Hey, Reason, man, I love what you've been doing. This been great. I've been following this for 10 years, and I've been supporting you every day for the past 10 years. So I've been giving you $10. This is where all that money been coming from. And I'm like, and at that moment, do I ask myself, what do this person want me to say or do for them for real, for real? Just because they let me know that they've been giving me this.
Yeah, I learned recently, like a couple weeks ago, to just say thank you. Like, because I have that same thought process. So I'll like try to say something or provide something, but it's like I'm learning to just say thank you.
But is that good enough for your consumer?
Well, that's what I've been told. Like, I'm supposed to be able to, like, that distinguishes the respect to them, that they are satisfied because that's what they told you. So it's like kind of taking their word for it.
So then why do? So it's staying.
Or you say you're welcome. You don't even say thank you. You should say you're welcome. Yeah.
But is that an ego move now? If somebody said, "Bron, I love you," he said, "You welcome." Remember you just said it though. Remember the quote? All of this playing still apart. Kobe did that with the Kanye West commercial. He said, "You welcome." He said, "What the fuck do that mean, Kobe Bryant?" Like he did. But it just cuts off after that.
Yeah, and Kanye never cuts off. That's what it's funny.
So it's like at the end of the day, when it comes to the financial part of capitalism in this country, they already know what we need. Fuck what we striving for. It's what we need because the system was already put there. So let's put it out there. Cool. The talent, the expectation of actually having talent, they were not expecting shit. They wasn't expecting the genetics to run the way it was running. And now you got that shit was over in other countries, these 6 foot, 7 foot black people. You know, shit is these names in the NBA and NFL, they 6'7", 6'8", and there's like 90% of that in the NBA.
You said it, they're willing to pay though. Even when the price went up, they was willing to pay. So and that's what covered them, that's what covered their asset. Was all right, the players did get more expensive. Lamar Jackson wants 260. All right, here we go. Right to 260. Because you still want to get the $2 billion, don't you? So you're gonna rock right that 260 and you're gonna let it fly.
So is that now that's not for the kids that already had the bag and they had the talent, but they didn't fuck about the business.
No, they're just coming to play because they wanted to play.
Then you gotta talk about Ben. Did Ben really want to play? Did he want to be famous? Or these are the things, these are the psyche evaluations of once capitalism cuts in, we need to really go into conversation once we get into business. Has psyche evaluations and shit like this.
When you said it was like, yeah.
What more? My thing is, what more can the NBA do for Ben Simmons? They gave him Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant.
What more can we do? Oh shit!
Like, really? Instagram now, everything is stripped off his Instagram. He don't have nothing about Brooklyn or basketball on his journey at all. So that's my point of it. It's like that's letting the talent, the money, and like the opportunity go to waste when it's like 7 years worth of somebody else's that niggas done died to try to get in the league, then did drugs, then did all this stuff, and they wanted that opportunity. And like, my money's good, this is good, I really don't need it.
No, that was a full circle, John, because like you just made it make all the sense, especially when we talked about from the beginning the like business and imaging part, like starting from the top and then like introducing the constructive manner, the poor righteous teacher element, being a man, being a black man on top of that, and then there's the controversy and several different like I like what we did with these subjects because it was able to bring them to practical use and then as well as like outside examples of things that people can refer to and be aware of. Shouts out to my man Jay Cruz. You feel me? So as I want to bring in my second topic is self-reflection, and I think using this conversation and incorporating some other stuff too is like a way we can add that and like build it all together, right? So self-reflection, like I have written here in my newsletter, right? Self-reflection is a powerful tool that enables you to gain insight into your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. I actually want to stop right there because there's a lot to unpack just in that right there, right? Thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Like I separated the words like that because one thing that you gave me a gym was like write some stuff down when you thinking it. And I remember when you first asked me that, I was like, oh man, you can't write bad stuff. Like, that's bad. And you like, my nigga, you could just write it and then now it's at least out there and now you're not doing it. What's worse? And it's like, oh wow, okay, that makes sense. Then you put it in that perspective. So it's like the thoughts hit you first, right? Then the emotions come through. Cause like you can't have an emotion about something nobody brought up to you, right? Like, yo, you want $1 million? Think, then emotion comes, right? So it's like everybody's like moving past the idea of like how it associates to one another. But I want to break down, like, or I want you to start off by breaking down for you when you hear that the thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, like how does your they separate themselves? And then if you do want to chime in on how they all go together, feel free, you know what I mean? But it's like, why do you give me that advice in order to like separate things in that manner where it's like I can write it versus think it all day or do it? It's, you know what I'm saying? But I still felt it though. You still get to feel it, but you ain't do it though. Kind of like.
A biography is a story somebody wrote about you. An autobiography is a story you write. I read Nigger by Dick Gregory, but I did the audio book so you can hear him reading.
Damn. So he read it himself?
Yeah, he read it.
That's fine.
So the one part of it was he spoke about how his mom used to really get trashed by his pop.
Yeah.
And like his dad used to just draw on him right in front of him. And one part about it was you just said it. As he's writing this, he can't proof. I mean, you still get it proofread by somebody to get it published. So he has time to let somebody in. After he done let out all these emotions, he had to let somebody in to read in all his thoughts. And back then, there's no computers.
No, yeah, you gotta get in.
They really going through it. So they probably next to him, looking at him like, is he really stable?
Right.
And then we already know the way that he thought, how extravagant his brain was and how extraordinary his brain was, I should say. And it taught me one part. It taught me as long as you telling your story and your truth, you have to always extract that emotion away from these words because you can use the term I hate this person or I hate that the person did these things. They're two different definitions.
Yeah.
But it's the interpretation of it that brings the action of it more than anything because it goes back to the YouTube thing, right? You could have put, I hate that D'Angelo Russell also did this to Nick Young, but you don't have to put, I hate D'Angelo Russell because he did that. You feel me? But most people would still, especially if you don't understand context, most people are going to want to word them the same. So it's kind of like an eye is going back to if they do like emotions, words, and all of that still is all the same. But when you sit down and you just think about it's like you write down, you just sort of said it. I want to write down whatever I'm gonna do when I'll become a millionaire or if I ever get $1 million, what will I do? I would do X, Y, Z on it. Now you sitting, you reflecting on it, you thinking about it. Now that it ever happens, you already went through the experience of it, even the emotional. Man, that emotion is kicking in already. That's how you gonna feel. Like I can do this, I can do that. But most people they feel like, all right, when it happens, that emotion never came. So they excuse I fucked the bag up because I didn't know and I felt like this. And it's like you felt like that when you wrote down everything you was gonna do with it in the first place. So as I was telling him, it was like it goes back to the bad part. If you wanted to put I hate this nigga, or I love this woman, come put it down. You can look at it, and the person may not ever know about it until they either open